Hello, EricTheCarGuy here. I hadn't intended on shooting this video today, so I did not give you everything up to this point, and I'm sorry. But basically, you might want to know if you need to ever replace, like say, an axle seal on a Jeep Grand Cherokee, which I've done more than one of these, so it might be a common problem. How the heck do you get this bearing off? Well, I'll tell you right now, buy a bearing. Because I'm going to destroy this one and getting it off. But I'm going to show you my method of getting bearings off that are on shafts like this. So let's get started, shall we? Step one, before you get started, take your new parts, make sure you have all your new parts. In this case, there's a spacer that goes in front of the bearing assembly. Make sure you got everything. I also have a seal here. So make sure you have everything you need before you get started, because once you start doing this, there's no turning back. You're done. As always, when you do something dangerous like this, protect your eyes, because this is the guy that I'm going to use. We're going to start doing some cutting. But we're not going to cut all the way through it. We're going to cut almost all the way through it. That way we don't damage the axle or where this spacer goes up against it. So we're going to cut almost all the way down, but not to the metal. The desired result was achieved without even me having to get all the way through it. Once I cut down far enough, the tension on this collar here broke this loose. So poof. There it is. That's what we wanted. We wanted it to crack. We were going to do it by cutting down and then inserting a chisel into the cut, hitting it with a hammer, and that would have broken it loose. But it already happened on its own. And what that does is it releases the tension, so that collar is all better, all gone. Now we're going to do the exact same thing to the bearing. I try to get it to where this notch is up, so when I'm cutting, I don't cut into this little retainer plate here. And then for the first part, I'm going to cut between the bearings. right, that is how you that is how I remove wheel bearings that are press fit onto something like this. Actually, in this case, that was an axle bearing, sorry. But I also use it for wheel bearings. There's part of the race on a wheel bearing assembly that when you go to take it apart also stays onto the hub, and the way you get that off the hub, or the way I get that off the hub, is using this method right here. Once again, wear these and be careful, because I've hit these things with a chisel sometimes, and this is hardened steel. It's very fragile, very strong, but very fragile. So you hit it with a hammer, as you can see, it cracks. I've actually had things crack and go flying, and actually one flew, and I got a scar on the inside of my arm here from where a piece of it flew out and gave a nasty cut. Be right back. Where was I? Ah, yes. Be careful. Shrapnel pieces could come flying off. You could get cut. So wear these. And that way, at least, you know, you'll be able to see the blood gushing from your extremity. Anyway, sorry that this is only removing and not installing. Bunch of different ways to do the install. Beat it with a hammer. Best ways with a press. That kind of thing. I just wanted to show you how to get them off. That little cool trick there. I am Eric the Car Guy, and you can leave text or video responses to this video, as well as visit me at EricTheCarGuy.com. I always like visitors. Other than that, hey man, hey girl, hey you, stay dirty. See you.